It's better when you reach out to each other and try to make the thing together, rather than, you know, you got your path, you got your path, you got your path.
All of the great players that I know and knew, they were great listeners. That's one of the things they had in common.
Students come to the jazz department here because they know that we have a big reputation for the skills and the craft of the music, and they also know that we fully support their own creative personal voice at the same time. In the early years of the course, then there's very much a sort of control situation where we make sure that the craft and the discipline of the music is being taken care of. And then as you move through into the senior years of the course, then there's a lot more freedom, and you can run your own small band, choose your own personnel, and develop creatively under more of a mentorship than a teaching situation in the senior years.
A great band coming right now, led by Lee Maiden. This is Moose.
Myself and Percy First Club set up the Harmonic Festival to give some of the young bands in Birmingham a showcase to play some of their work and hopefully get wider recognition. I had originally planned to move to London when I came to Birmingham, but it just happened that I found enough going on here for me and met some really nice musicians and just stayed and, yeah, kind of sort of fall in love with the place a little bit.
The festival curates Percy First Club on piccolo trumpet and Christopher Matt on double bass.
I think the jazz scene in Birmingham is steadily growing, and especially thanks to the Conservatoire. Every year we have an output of really fantastic graduates, and a lot of them stick around and increase and improve the scene generally.
I've worked with Jeremy and with Hans Koller on the performance platform class, in which students perform as if they were doing a real gig, and then at the end of it we give them feedback on the performance and their stage presence and things like that. As a promoter, I'm very sensitive to what works with an audience. You know, the importance of announcements, clear announcements from a band leader, so I can feed that in to the students. I hope it improves their career prospects.
Okay, well today is Jeff Bauer and George Colligan coming in. Jeff came in, I think it was last year or maybe earlier on this year with Fly Trio with Mark Turner, and that was amazing. I mean, that was really special, but to have him back again is a real treat. And I got the chance to sit down and play a tune with him yesterday. And it's just incredible, just, you know, really amazing, you know. I mean, we get a whole bunch of amazing tunes like Dave Holland and stuff like that. I was lucky enough to do that in my first year, and that was really special. I feel like I've got a whole load out of the course in the last 2 years, you know. I imagine the way that I played when I first came here in September last year. It's just worlds different. I mean, the way I think about music's, you know, completely different as well.
I feel like I want to be as honest with them as I can, not just with what I hear in their playing and what they need to work on, but with a future in music, what's involved with that.
You were a little bit stuck in this lower range for some reason after a while. But in the beginning there was these great high things, and they were really joyous. By studying Thelonious Monk composition, you learn about how to play, how to improvise on his pieces. So it's not just for the composition itself, it actually feeds into the playing just by memorizing these melodies and these harmonic sequences from the tradition. What's really fantastic is just generally about the scene, that there's a lot of young people. It's very dynamic and it's very loose, and it spills over onto the street. It's always very inspiring to see that the young people they have a certain quality about their music that you don't get with more established people. I think that's really the special thing about Birmingham.